And good night, everyone, and welcome back to Tabby Love Cooking. Tonight's dinner, I'm just gonna make a quick curry chicken with smothered mushrooms with peppers and onions. Gonna make that into a smothered gravy type thing, and then mashed potatoes. Okay, so if you don't know, I haven't been feeling so well lately here, so this is what you get because I haven't been feeling good. Nothing catchy that my family could catch, just my own personal illness. Not working with me so well, so please forgive how I look. Okay, so as I said, I'm making some curry jerk chicken, and this is Caribbean jerk chicken, in which I have it right now, and it's just marinating in the sauce that I use. And I use this one here. This is the one I use to marinate it in. This is for a quick taste of curry chicken. So this is what I used. And then now what I'm going to do is I am going to season it how I would have done it if I was making homemade. And so what I just doing, in other words, is even though I used the marinated sauce for the jerk chicken, I am now going to take and use the seasonings from the grocery store to help elevate the taste that I want, because that one I'm not too fine with, that seasoning. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I have all my seasonings. So now what I'm going to do is I want to season the meat, everything in here already, with the marinade. So what I'm doing is I buy the thyme, the dry thyme, like this, in the package and everything, for when I'm out of thyme. So today I'm not gonna go to my herb area because my thyme still now it's gotta grow back up, and I just gotta wait now for it. Or I'll probably just go and buy fresh ones, another fresh pot. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and sprinkle my thyme in here on this. Like I said, I'm going to show you how I do it. So the stuff that you use, that you buy, or whatever at the grocery store for the marinating, or just to give you that taste, I'm going to show you how to boost that up. So I put my thyme in there already. Then I have me some chilacha. We're going to sprinkle some of that one on there. So this is how I would do it, just to spice up my jerk chicken, to make it taste like it was the natural thing that you do. I mean, how you would make it. Okay, then I'm going to use some ground kuma. You don't need much of this at all. Just sprinkle just a tad, because I am going to stir the chicken up and mix it around. So that's as much as that I need. We need some ginger. This is the ground ginger. Oh, okay. It's just coming out just like that. Just fine. Now, what I am going to do is I need to sprinkle me in some salt. So the one that I'm going to use today is the pink salt. But you can see pink's up. And I just take some of that in there. Like I said, I am going to stir all of this up together for my seasoning that I use to go down in there. And then we have to get some of this nutmeg. So this is the nutmeg, and we're just going, and it works. So that's how I just use it now. It was with my pepper. Oh, my pepper. But I'm out, so we can use the container. See? Sometimes that's what I do. If I don't have it, or I have something that I could put something else in, I'm reusing it. I will reuse it. Okay. Now, my pepper. Same way we just did the nutmeg. We gotta do the pepper like that. Okay. And then I have a Jamaican jerk seasoning. This is it. And I am going to put some of this down in there. Oops, I got seasoning going everywhere, don't I? Okay. And then that is all that I am going to actually put in here now. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix this all up together. Make sure both sides of the chicken is seasoned. So this is how I'm going to do this. And then you got that seasoning down in your marinade. So that's how I like to do it. So now what I'm going to do is we're going to put them all over this pot, and we're going to put it in the oven on 375. And I know that you're probably like, huh? But it's not going to be jerk. Yeah, I will, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. As I always say, I am different. So I will show you how to get it to be jerk. Okay, so now this is covered up with on the foil. And like I said, we're going to have the oven on 375. And we're going to put that in the oven. I'm going to leave the chicken in the oven. So that's going to be in here for about 20 minutes. Should be good. 20-25 minutes. I'm going to leave that in the pot for that long, because then I have to convert it over and do the rest that I need to do to get it to look like grilled chicken. Now I'm just cutting up the onions, so as that goes down in with our mushroom smothered gravy for our mashed potatoes. Okay, so that's my onions. They're cut up. Now we're gonna go ahead on and transfer everything over to this pot. And get to going with it. This is how we're gonna do it. I just drop everything in. Then I'm going to get my mushrooms. Those need a quick cutting. Just quick dice. in between so that it just split it up a little bit more. You just cut it. So now mushrooms go in. Then we're gonna put our green onion. I mean, not green onion. Oh my God, have a green onion. That's bad. But we're gonna put in our green peppers, red peppers, yellow peppers. We're gonna drop those on in. Yep. Just like that is what I do. And now we're going to turn this fire on. You don't need it on that high, so we're going to leave it about that temperature. And I got to get a spoon. Then I just take and I stir it up. Nope, I don't have nothing in that pot yet. No oil, no nothing. I just dropped it all down in there and I'm just gonna let it brown up a little. Oh, the most that is in here, and that's all for the green peppers and stuff from rinsing off, is the water. And it was not that much water, believe me. It's just rinsing it off. So this is gonna be how I'm gonna do my smothered, making my gravy. And so you can see, this is all. Nothing in here in this pot, just the vegetables. Just that little bit of water, that's what you're gonna get. And that's just from the green peppers and stuff. So that's it. But everything else in here now, and it's just gonna go ahead and smear it, let it do its thing. You know, cook and reduce to the size, to the softness that I want, till I start making up my gravy. So that's how I do that. So I just go ahead on, stir that up in there. I'm gonna let it cook a little bit more, but instead of just cooking, I'm gonna like slightly steam it. So meaning I'm gonna put my top on here now. Okay. So we're gonna slightly steam that down. Put my top on there. And when that cook, I'm gonna let that stay on here for about between 2 and 5 minutes. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so we're back, and I just let it cook down for about 2 minutes. That's all I really needed. And so this is how it looks now. And also you may see that I have some garlic in here. I have forgot my garlic, so I had to cut garlic and get it in here. I use garlic and everything. Okay, and so that's the consistency that I want this to be now. And then once the gravy and stuff get made up, it's going to sit in there also, and it's going to cook down more. And I don't want it to cook down to nothing. You got to leave some of this goodness. That's all goodness right there. You got to take and leave something there for you to be tasting while you're eating. That's part of my gravy. Gotta have all of that goodness. So with that being said, now we're gonna go on and continue to the next chapter of this. And that is going to be the gravy part. So now what I'm going to do, that's good. First thing I need to do is I need to put me in a dash of my chicken bouillon. Bouillon. Like I said, I know me and my pronouncing things, but anyhow, I'm just going to take and sprinkle a dab of this right here. That's what I'm using. Oh, it's wrong side. Yeah. That's what I'm using. I don't know if y'all got it, but I'm just going to sprinkle a dab of that in here. Right? Go ahead and start stirring this up. Stir it up in there. Yeah, because now it's just starting to really start to burn up. So we don't want it that burnt, but yep, that's it. That's how I want it, actually. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to take some chicken bone broth, which is this right here, and I'm going to pour me in. Like I said, when I use my juices, I make sure the bottom of my pot is covered to where you want it, your consistency to be. And right now, like I said, this is how much I'm going to use. So I just took and covered up the bottom of the pot. Actually, that's a lot of the bottom of the pot, but it's covered. And then I'm going to take and I'm going to spread all of the goodness. That is all goodness there. All of that. We're going to spread that on around in here like this. Just so, like that. Make sure you get it down in that juice and let it cook. And so I'm going to leave it in here to cook for about 15 minutes. Just let it sit in here and cook. Boil up, and it's going to cook that, all of that in there. Oops. And that's how we're going to do that. Then what I'm going to do, and yes, I'm going to put the top back on that. Masala. Cooking wine. It's red wine. If it's not cooking wine, but it's cooking wine. I'm just going to pour me in a tab of that. And then we need to stir this up. So yeah, just sprinkle in my pink salt. Then I'm going to use regular pepper today. Like I said, I'm not too well today, so I really don't want to keep using my hand like that. So we just sprinkle in some pepper. That's all I need in there. Just to give it that nice smooth taste. Alright. And as I always tell everyone when I'm doing my videos, make sure you taste your food. Taste your food. So I'm just tasting the sauce, the juice. It's good, but I am missing something. And so what we're going to, trying to think what I'm missing. but I know I need to start thickening it up now. So how I thicken up my, oh, I know. What I'm going to use to thicken up my sauce is probably a little tad different than what you use or anyone would use to thicken up their sauce. So as I go, I will show y'all exactly what I'm using to thicken up my sauce. I got things all around me right now. I'm so sloppy. Okay, so that's our raw ball. It's looking really good. Oh, that's what I was missing. I said it was missing something, right? So we are, and I think I know what is missing. Salt. I did not sprinkle enough salt on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sprinkle in the sea salt, pink salt. And that should be about all that I really need in there. And then I am going to take in, don't need none of that. Oh, okay. I think that is really probably it that needs to go in there. So now what we're going to do is how I'm going to brown up thicken up my sauce. It's just about to show you. And this is without using any yeast or baking powder and none of that to thicken it up. I thicken it up on my own recipe. So slightly here, I have to use a little of my husband's creamer. So I'm going to pour me in some creamer. This is light creamer. So about a cup, right? Then what I need to do is open this and I'm going to throw me in some cream cheese. Tablespoon. Yep, I think that was, because when I cut mine, I do it by the package, and that is going to be 1 ounce, which is about it. Yeah, just 1 ounce. That's all you need. So then, now what I'm going to do, get me silverware and some sour cream, and I'm going to use a tablespoon of sour cream. That's that. So now what I need to do is I'm going to stir all of that in here. I'll combine it all, get it melted down, and start stirring, because that creamer is going to thicken up, and I don't want it to thicken up too fast or not right. Thicken up. So thicken it up this way. This is how I do mine. While that cream cheese is melting down, I need to add me in a tablespoon. Oops, I got garlic falling out the door. Don't even know where that garlic went. Don't know where it went. So I need 1 tablespoon of butter. And as if I showed y'all before, we use the truly butter. So our gravy, smothered gravy, is done. I show y'all the thickness I like. I like it like that. Not runny, but also not thick. Like right in the middle. And as I stir it up again, you could feel the thickness of it. It had thickened up. That's how I like my gravy, our gravy. And because of the gravy and how it came out and taste, I switched over what I'm making for making for a side. So instead of mashed potatoes, I'm gonna do the penne noodles. That's what I'm gonna do tonight with this. Then I'm going to take and pour all the noodles in there and stir it all up together. And you got instead of a gravy, it's a sauce. And it's just us three, so I don't need much of those noodles. So that's down in the pot now, and it's just going to boil up until it's ready. Now it is time to take out our chicken and check it. Check the chicken. So we're gonna take that on out, and we're gonna check out the chicken. I can hear them. Hear it. This is wild chicken. So, like I tells everybody, don't try what I'm doing because I cannot hardly fill in some of my hands. So, I just only take it out and do it like this. So that's what the chicken is now looking like. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to take, I need to make let this sit in the oven. But I'm going to flip them over. I'm going to flip all of these over so that way the other side is getting done. And if you can't see, here it is. This is what the jerk is looking like right now, because like I said, I am gonna like grill it, but in the oven. That's how I'm gonna do it. So all I'm doing now is just flipping them over, because now I'm just gonna put it in the oven uncovered, but I'm gonna flip it over first. So all of this is flipped. Yep. Okay. Then we're gonna slide it right back in the oven. And that's how we're gonna do our jerk chicken tonight. Fast, easy, convenient jerk chicken tonight. Now I'm gonna leave that in there for another about 20 minutes again, because the chicken is not all the way done, but just the way I like it, falling off the bone. So we're gonna let that sit in there a little longer. And I'll be back when it's done. So now the noodles is done. And what I did was I put it down in the pot. Like that. Because when I taste the noodles and I thought about it, it would taste so much better with the noodles. So then we have I'm gonna call it a mushroom, creamy mushroom sauce, or noodles, pinto noodles, whatever you wanna call it. But this is mine. I just dropped the noodles right down in there. And now I'm gonna put the top back on. And then the meat smells like it's doing just what I wanted to do. Yep, look at that. Look how pretty and brown that is. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to take and flip them all back over, because the ones on the other side have the juice on it that I need to get it to grill up like if I did it on a grill. So I just flip them all back over. So now they all flipped over. Now what I'm going to do with the ones that I just flipped over is that I'm going to put some more sauce on top of it. So now I'm just going to take this spoon and now I'm going to sprinkle more of that sauce on top of it, the chicken. And you'll see in a minute while I'm putting that extra sauce on top of it. So now what I'm going to do is I need to turn my stove on the boiler. Then I'm going to put it on high. And we're putting that chicken down in the bottom to grill up. That's how I'm going to grill it. Bottom and let it cook, let it grill up. That's how I do mine. Okay, that's how my grilling came out. Now I'm going to flip it on the other side so that side can get grilled. The same process I did before I put it in. I'm going to take my spoon and I am going to take and pour some juices on top of it and grill the other side. And that's how I get my jerk chicken to grill in the oven. And if they want more sauce on top, they can use what's left in the pot and add their sauce, how much sauce they want. This is how I do my jerk chicken when I don't do it homemade. And I'm using products from the store. This is how I do my jerk chicken. And even though I can't feel in my hand, I still check for hotness. Try to anyway, what I can feel. If I could feel it, then that's hot, hot, hot. My family be worried about me burning myself. And I sure will. Because I just grab things and don't think about it. But that's part of my MS, so, you know. That's why I just be very, very now about getting back in this kitchen cooking. There's a lot of things that have me hesitating, returning back to the kitchen to cook. And this is how my jerk chicken came out looking. And like I said, it's not the traditional homemade jerk chicken. So I had to do my own substitute of it because I used some marinade jerk. And then I did my own seasonings without the fresh herbs and everything else that goes in jerk chicken because of this marinade that I used. And there goes tonight's dinner. We have jerk chicken with mushroom smothered noodles. If you like, thumbs up. If you don't like, thumbs down. And please, please, please subscribe to Tabby Love Cooking. Everyone have a blessed and a wonderful night. Good night.